Un, deux, trois, quoi. Un, deux, trois, quoi. Un, deux, trois, quoi. What? You startled me. No, not scared. I'm not scared. I'd never be scared of a pathetic little thing like you. What are you doing here? I have the studio booked for the hour. Well, that can't be right. The director promised me the studio. He promised! Of course. Of course. The director did this. That Suka. Of course he'd play the game like this. The man. Look. Dear. I can assure you that this has so little to do with you that you aren't even allowed to be a bishop or rook. In this game, the director and I have been forced to play with each other. You are a pawn. You are a foretelling of death, but not the Grim Reaper itself. I despise your presence here, but not, per se, you. I know. I have such a way with words, do I not? Oh. You are actually offended. I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. I don't know what I did wrong precisely, but I did specify that it wasn't you I hated, yes? I did make sure to do that. Did I not? Well, I don't see how that's cruel, per se. It's like not liking when people breathe in your vicinity. I assumed it was normal. Is that abnormal as well? Ah, figures. It truly does figure. The one time the director thinks to get a knight, he plays it like a pawn. Fine. If I explain myself, would you be willing to do something for me? Well, I suppose you're just going to have to shake on it to figure out what I want from you now, aren't you? You really think I'm the type to figure that out on the fly? My dear, if nothing else, I know how to be paid what I am owed. It's a valuable skill to have. Perhaps another one we could shake for some other day. If I ever see you again. If things go the way I wish them to, I will... Nothing. It's just... Your hands. Your hands are... so warm. Okay, let go. That is some illicit behavior right there. And I refuse to indulge in it any more than I have to. Regardless of who suggested what. It's a simple explanation, if I'm being honest. I just find it mortifying to share at all. Which is why I necessitated a deal, represented by a handshake, to go through with it at all in the first place. I am not in the business of sharing information idly. Let's put it that way. But, basically, the director and I are in the middle of what you might call a feud. in what others might call something thus. The director seems to be fixated on putting me into a pair for a dance competition that could put this academy on the map, but does not seem to understand that I am against the idea of doing a partner dance wholeheartedly, not who I'm dancing with. So, for the past couple of weeks, he's been trying to break a resolve. Perhaps if he was capable of training other students to be good enough to even do the pair dance routine he prepared for them, he wouldn't have to bother me. But I guess that's that. He sent in quite a few colts to try to convince me to do the routine with them. Though, this is the first time he's sought to send in a filly, which is interesting, to say the least. I don't even know what he thinks this is a crisis by sending you in. I truly don't understand that man or his methods in the slightest. Oh, I'm not against the concept of pair dancing or partner dancing in the slightest. I think it looks rather beautiful at times. I'm just not interested in doing it myself. For one, such a thing requires quite a lot of trust in another person's ability, and from what I've seen from this academy, I couldn't trust a student to sit still for 2 minutes, let alone not drop me or practice the right moves. And to be honest, I have given no student here a reason to trust me. In my head, in a way, this loops back to a different kind of trust. The knowledge that you have a knife at someone's neck, but they have one at yours, can be a cold kind of comfort in its own way. But I doubt that anyone here would see it that way. The other reason I'm not exactly interested in performing partner dancing is a bit selfish, if I'm going to be honest with you. But might as well uphold my side of this damn from the start deal. It's the arrogance of it all. More specifically, my arrogance. The director, for all his faults and all his flaws, likes me, so that shows he can at the very least do one thing right. He likes me enough that, more often than not, he gives me lead roles. Roles where I am center stage, and all eyes are on me. Everyone who sees me performing is focused solely on me. Sure, there may be others on stage with me, but I am center stage. I am the sun, the moon, the entire eclipse, and all who orbit around me are stars. If I am set up with a partner, if I am whisked across the stage alongside someone else, I'll disappear. I know I will. Then I dance on stage by myself. I am my own person. Everything I do is right, and everything I do wrong are my actions, and nobody else's. Nobody else can claim that they are the reason for my own individualized success or failure. But next to someone else, I just have this feeling that I could vanish so easily into the arms of another person. That's just what I'm like. That's just who I am. I had to fight to get this spotlight. To have to share it would mean risking being overshadowed and unseen. I recognize the hubris in it all, but that doesn't mean it doesn't affect me all the more. You see? There. I gave you my answer. Are you happy? Ugh. It seems that I have revealed a trifle too much humanity to someone I barely know. Yet again. I can't understand why, but I feel this comfort around you. And I'm not sure what that means. But that's enough emotional honesty for the day. It's time for you to uphold your side of the bargain. Oh, just you wait. Just you wait.